Their goal was then to identify the factors that they believed determined this competitiveness. The results of our research are summarized in the following model. Now, while any model, as you know, is a simplification of reality, we believe that this model captures the essence of destination competitiveness. So, what is competitiveness that underlies? What is the nature of the concept of competitiveness that underlies the model? There are two things that you will see that underlie. First of all, comparative advantages. I wonder, might I get a glass of water if there's anyone handy? If not, I'll survive. Okay, it's okay. Are there any comparative advantages? That's what you start out with. The endowments that you have to work with are one of the major factors that help determine your ability to compete. On the other hand, the way you deploy those resources is the other major factor which determines the success of your destination. So, comparative advantages, what you have. Competitive advantages, how well you use or deploy those resources which you have available to you. So that is the underlying focus of destination competitiveness. So this is what I like to call truth in tourism. This is the, I'm exaggerating of course, but these are the factors which we summarize in our model that determine destination competitiveness. And you'll see out on the left-hand side the comparative advantages which I've just talked about, and on the right-hand side, the competitive advantages. These are like the wings on the airplane, if you will. So these are the two major conceptual foundations of the model. So let me just repeat then. Comparative advantages are the competitive strengths which are primarily due to the resource endowments which have been accorded by nature, as well as the historical and economic evolution and development of the destination. Comparative advantages. Competitive advantages, again, which are primarily due to the skill, efficiency, and effectiveness with which existing resources are being utilized by those responsible for destination policy, strategy, and management. So what you have, how well you use it again. Now, let's take a look at another aspect that we need to keep in mind. That is, on the right hand, the global macro environment is another factor which influences the success of your destination. There are a large number of factors out there in the big world over which you have no control, but which affect everything economically and socially, but which also affect tourism. So what are those global or macro environmental factors? These are those factors in the global economic, political, technological, cultural, and social environment over which the destination has little or no control, but which influence the competitiveness and well-being of the destination in a significant way. At the same time, we also have some micro-environmental factors that affect your success. These are those behaviors of the present or the potential visitor market and collaborating in competing firms which must be identified and understood and adapted to if the destination is to offer the critical mass of experiences that will attract a sufficient number of appropriate visitors, and I say appropriate visitors, the kind of people you want to have at your destination, so as to make the destination profitable and ensure the well-being of its residents. So you have the macro factors over which you have no control, and the micro factors over which you have some control within your destination. Both of these factors affect your success, and you need to understand them and take them into effect, take them into consideration. Now, the next major dimension of our model that we believe or we found affected destination competitiveness, we call them qualifying and amplifying determinants. Now, what are these? They are factors, qualifying and amplifying factors are factors which can enhance the success of your destination or which can take away from your ability to compete in the marketplace. So they help you or they hinder you. And one of the main one that everyone has to take into account, if you can see that up on the left, is location. The location of your destination has a huge role to play. No matter how good you are, or no matter how good the experiences you have to offer, if you are not located strategically with respect to your market, it's very difficult to succeed. For example, if we take Canada as a destination, we are extremely fortunate that we have a very large market to the south of us that we are able to compete for their visitation. If we were located much further from the United States market, we would have much greater, a lot more difficulty trying to get them to come and visit us. And so any destination that is located far from a destination or close to a destination has advantages or disadvantages. If we take a look at Las Vegas, which is one of the best examples, it is successful because it has the huge Los Angeles market located so close to it, in addition to the quality of experiences that draws people from all over the world. So it would be much less successful if it didn't have that large market close to it. So location is the starting factor. You can't change it, but you have to live with it, adapt to all the difficulties and advantages that it provides. So location is the first qualifying, amplifying determinant. Secondly, the safety and security of your destination. Particularly in today's world where terrorism has become a factor, an increasing factor, you have to try and ensure that when a visitor comes to your destination, they know they're going to feel safe and secure. So safety and security can enhance your ability to compete, or it can eliminate or hinder you from competing effectively. So it can be good or it can be bad depending on circumstances. Next, cost and value. Your ability to provide cost-effective experiences is another factor which, again, enhances or can hinder your ability to compete. So while people aren't going to visit a destination just because it's cheap, it is a factor when you look at the papers that are flashing $999 or whatever the destination package is. It is a major factor in the consumer's choice decision process. So cost and value. Third, qualifying, amplifying determinant. And next, sorry, I jumped too quick. Interdependence, interdependencies. Interdependencies are situations where you either have a destination which provides you with visitors, or you do not have any. Like the best example I can give you is New Zealand. When people travel to New Zealand, many of the visits are because people are on their way to Australia. So New Zealand is highly interdependent for its success upon the fact that it is located reasonably close to Australia. So when you have that kind of situation, then you have an amplifying or a qualifying determinant. Interdependency. There's other kinds of, if it can be a business, for example, Calgary is highly dependent on the oil business. So anything that has to do with the success of the oil business, particularly the convention and visitors market, we are highly interdependent on the success of the oil business. If it succeeds, we succeed in tourism, and the business aspect of tourism. If it doesn't, we fail. So there are many other kinds of interdependencies, but these are the kinds of things you have to look for. What other factors are influencing your success? The next is awareness and image. Again, I'm sorry this is not quite large enough for you, but awareness and image. The first thing you have to do if you're going to attract visitors is to make sure that they are aware of your destination. If they don't know you exist, then they are certainly not going to consider you when they are looking for a place to visit. So once they are aware, then you have to work at creating a positive image of your destination. The kind of place that they will want to visit, the kind of the fact that you offer the kind of experiences that they would like to have. So your image then says these are the kind of things you can expect to do if you visit our destination. And then finally, carrying capacity. It's no use building up a very successful promotional campaign and attracting